Hello, my first grade friends. I hope you are all having a good day. So, for the next few weeks, since we're not going to be seeing each other, I thought it would be a great idea to record some of our favorite books from our classroom that I have brought home with me. So, the first one that I decided to start with is the fourth book of the Magic Tree House series that we've been reading during morning meeting. I know that you are all looking so forward to starting book number 4 this week, and we're going to find out who the mysterious M person is in the book. So we read book 1, which Jack and Annie took a trip back to the time of the dinosaurs. Book 2, Jack and Annie took a trip to the time of castles and knights. And in book 3, Jack and Annie took a trip to ancient Egypt. So in Pirates Past Noon, Jack and Annie are going to go on another adventure, and we'll finally find out who M is. So to start this off, we're going to read chapter 1, which is called Too Late. Jack stared out his bedroom window. The rain kept falling and falling. The TV said it would stop by noon, said Annie, his 7-year-old sister. It's already past noon, said Jack. But we have to go to the tree house, said Annie. I have a feeling the M person will be there today. Jack pushed his glasses into place and took a deep breath. He wasn't sure he was ready to meet the M person yet, the mysterious person who had put all the books in the magic tree house. Come on, said Annie. Jack sighed. Okay, he said. You get our raincoats and boots. I'll get the medallion and bookmark. Annie ran to get their rain gear. Jack reached into his drawer. He took out the medallion. It was gold. The letter M was engraved on it. Then he took out the bookmark. It was made of blue leather. It had the same M on it. Both M's matched the M that was on the floor of the treehouse. Jack put the medallion and bookmark into his pack. Then he threw in his notebook and pencil. Jack liked to take notes about important things. I got our rain stuff, called Annie. Jack picked up his pack and went downstairs. Annie was waiting by the back door. She was putting on her boots. Meet you outside, she said. Jack pulled on his raincoat, and then he put on his backpack and joined her. The wind was blowing hard. Ready? Set? Go! Shouted Annie. They kept their heads down and charged into the rainy wind. Soon they were in the Frog Creek woods. Tree branches swayed, flinging rainwater everywhere. Yuck, said Annie. They splashed through puddles until they came to the tallest oak in the woods. And they looked up. Tucked between 2 branches was the treehouse. It looked dark and lonely against the stormy sky. Hanging from the treehouse was a rope ladder. It was blowing in the wind. Jack thought of all the books up there. He hoped they weren't getting wet. The M person's been there, said Annie. Jack caught his breath. How can you tell? He said. I can feel it, she whispered. She grabbed the rope ladder and started up, and Jack followed. Inside the treehouse, it was chilly and damp, but the books were dry. They were all neatly stacked along the wall, just the way they had been the day before. Annie picked up the castle book on top of one stack. It had taken them to the time of castles. Remember the knight, she said. Jack nodded. He would never forget the knight who had helped them. Annie put down the castle book, and she picked up the next book on the pack. It was the dinosaur book that had taken them to the time of the dinosaurs. Remember, she said. Jack nodded. He'd never forget the pterodon who had saved him from the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Then Annie held up the book about ancient Egypt. Meow, she said. Jack smiled. The Egypt book had taken them to the time of pyramids. A black cat had come to the rescue there. And here's the book about home, said Annie. She held up the book with the picture of their hometown in it. Frog Creek, Pennsylvania. Jack smiled again. The Pennsylvania book had brought them home at the end of each of their adventures. Jack sighed. Okay. He still had 2 main questions. Who was the M person who had put all the books there? And did the knight, the pterodon, and the cat all know the M person? Finally, Jack reached into his backpack. He took out the gold medallion and the leather bookmark. He placed them on the floor, right over the spot where the M glowed faintly in the wood. Rain blew into the treehouse. Brr, said Annie. It's not very cozy today. Jack agreed with her. It was too wet and cold. Look! Annie pointed to an open book lying in the corner. I don't remember a book being open. Me neither, said Jack. Annie picked up the book. She stared at the picture on the page. Wow, this place looks great. She showed the picture to Jack. He saw a sunny beach, a big green parrot sitting in a palm tree, and a ship sailing on a blue sea. Another gust of rainy wind blew into the treehouse. Annie pointed to the picture. I wish we were there instead of here, she said. Yeah, said Jack, but where is there? Too late, came a squawk. Jack and Annie turned quickly. Sitting on a branch outside the window ledge of the treehouse was a green parrot, exactly like the parrot in the picture. Too late, the parrot squawked again. A talking parrot? Said Annie. Is your name Polly? Can I call you Polly? Suddenly the wind started to whistle. Oh no, now we're in big trouble, said Jack. The wind blew harder, and the leaves shook. The treehouse started to spin faster and faster. Jack squeezed his eyes shut. Then everything was still, absolutely still. Jack opened his eyes. Too late, squawked Polly. And that is the end of chapter 1. So where do you think Jack and Annie are going to end up? Do you think they're going to end up where the ship is? Well, we'll find out when we read chapter 2. Chapter 2 is called The Bright Blue Sea. So I will see you again next time, friends. I hope you are all having a wonderful day, and I can't wait to see you soon. Bye!